And we're going to breathe in, take the arms up to the sky, and then exhale and bring them down to the earth. We look forwards with an inhale, extending the chest and chin, bending the knees, take the weight onto the hands, and step or jump the feet back to a raised plank. We look forward through the chin and chest, and lower down to the floor, the hands pressing in beside the ribs. And as we push forwards into the palms, we bring up the spine. The arms don't need to straighten, just taking the lift as far as feels comfortable, the elbows bent, all the arms straight. And draw upwards from the waist, through the front of the chest, up to the crown. Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. The exhale rolls the chest back down to the floor, and we're going to repeat that as we push forwards to the hands. We lift up through the heart, the upper spine at the back lifting, the neck lengthening, the hips softening down, the legs pressing down, and we bring the heart back down to the floor. So now we're moving into the alligator pose, the legs picking up at the back and the arms extending back. Makarasana. As the arms pull the shoulders back, the chest is open, and then we return them beside the ribs, bringing the feet and legs to the floor, lifting the bottom, and rolling into an extended child's pose, Uddita Balasana. Tailbone sinking down towards the heels, and now we're going to cup the feet, the heels of the feet with the hands, lifting the bottom and rolling onto the crown of the head, which we can tuck in and look to the space between the knees. So we're in rabbit pose. The spine is arched from the lower back to the top, and then we take the bottom down to the heels, clasping the hands at the tailbone, push down to the shins, rolling onto the top of the head again. Just as far as the neck feels comfortable, we can then lift the arms up and over, keep them extended through the backs of the hands and the knuckles. Breathe into the space underneath the arms and allow them to soften and relax as you exhale. With an exhale, we bring the bottom down, the arms release back down to the hips, undo, and extend forwards. So we bring ourselves back onto all fours, tucking over the toes. With an exhale, we move into downward dog. Lengthening forwards to the palms and fingertips, lifting from the tailbone, drawing up the backs of the legs, and releasing the heart towards the feet. We then look forwards and roll the body over the hands, and we're moving down to Chaturanga plank pose. Staying off the floor if we can, pressing into the hands, pressing out through the heels, about 2 or 3 inches off the floor, looking forwards. And then we release down to the floor, push down to the hands, flattening the feet, and we bring the heels over the bottom. The arms reach back to take either the tops of the feet, the ankles, or the shins, and a gentle bow pose. So use this, we push the feet back, the shoulders are drawn back and the heart lifts. That may be enough for some of you, or you can also pick up the feet and aim to bring the top of the spine and the soles of the feet towards each other. Don't strain this one, just take it gently, and then we come down, undo the feet, press them down into the floor. Turning the head, we take both hands underneath the head and a few breaths rest. The head comes back, the hands move back beside the ribs, we push forwards into them, lifting the upper body again into Cobra pose, and exhaling as we come back down. So this time moving to upward facing dog, we lengthen the body forwards, lift and bring off the hips. The knees can lift off the floor, or stay down if that feels too much. And then we roll over the toes, lifting the bottom into downward facing dog. And then jumping or step the feet through, so we come cross-legged The legs extend forwards through the heels, the spine lifts, and we're ready for the seated postures, working the hands down beside the hips.